telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are?
The government knows what is happening. Look,
And it's been plagued by unexplained drones flying overhead. You can see
because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour press.
That we have a nearly $1 trillion budget for the Pentagon that...
It all started in mid-November 2024, when residents across New Jersey began reporting strange lights in the sky. These weren't stars or planes, they were drones. Large, glowing, and silent, they hovered over cities, highways, and even near restricted areas like military installations. The sightings have sparked widespread speculation, from surveillance theories to even whispers of extraterrestrial activity.
There's so many things in the sky right now. All the ones over here. There's two behind here.
There's two over there.
Yeah, look.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone up here. You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
The Bureau is actively investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity over that part of New Jersey. We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that, of one or more people that are responsible for those drone flights. But we're actively investigating.
So aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
Is the public at risk? Is public safety at risk? Are we concerned that there are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident that would put Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that. But we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
What's the White House message to the people up there who are frustrated that there isn't any information out?
And obviously, we hear them and we understand that. We are closely tracking this. We are monitoring the incidents that have been put forward and certainly made public. And we have two agencies that I've already mentioned that are looking into this, working closely with folks on the ground, trying to get to the bottom of it. I don't have anything more to share beyond that.
The Federal Aviation Administration quickly stepped in. Temporary flight restrictions were imposed over 22 municipalities, including Camden, Jersey City, and Elizabeth. The restrictions, effective until January 17th, are meant to ensure safety while investigations continue. John Kirby from the National Security Council addressed the public, stating that many sightings might be manned aircraft mistaken for drones, but with reports still coming in, many aren't convinced. So, what's behind these mysterious drones? Experts are divided. Some believe it's private or commercial drone operators pushing the limits. Others point to potential foreign surveillance, while some suggest the public may simply be misinterpreting natural or man-made phenomena. But here's the catch. No operator has claimed responsibility, and the FAA is still working to identify the drone's origins. Meanwhile, residents are growing uneasy. Social media is buzzing with videos and photos of the sightings, and local law enforcement is flooded with reports. Former President Donald Trump even weighed in, calling for drastic action.
the government knows what is happening. Good to see you.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports? It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from, If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Will you shoot them down?
They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
And it's been plagued by unexplained drones flying overhead. You can see
The mysterious drones spotted over New Jersey have gained national attention, with major outlets like CNN covering the story. Since late 2024, reports of glowing drones hovering over sensitive areas have sparked public concern and federal investigations.
Homeland Security and FBI officials today for an update on the investigation. Gary Tuckman has more.
Questions abound about what these moving lights in the sky are, but there seems to be certainty about what they are not.
It definitely wasn't a plane because it was too low, and it was also going back and forth and then forwards and backwards.
Mark Taylor is the mayor of Florham Park, New Jersey.
They look like a small car to me. Their wingspans are probably 6 feet across.
What they appear to be are drones, clusters of unidentified drones, flying much lower than a plane would.
I think the creepy part is not that it's just a drone, that they're so large.
In New Jersey's Ocean County, sheriff's deputies took their own video of the drones.
We saw something flying a little low, so we took some video of it, and not really sure what it was. Definitely something flying low and fast.
Lower, faster, and larger than a recreational drone, says the deputy.
It was coming in our direction. It spun around, did 180 degrees, went back out the other way, then it kind of looped around and then took off past us.
Planes, they have, a white tail light coming from them, and each wing has a different color, whether it be red or green. Whatever it is, it's different.
Understandably, there is concern. The drones are occasionally flying near military facilities. But the Pentagon knocked down this social media post. New Jersey Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew, who claimed on X that the drones are, quote, possibly linked to a missing Iranian mothership.
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
But it's all still a mystery. Homeland Security and FBI officials in New Jersey have just met with state and local lawmakers. They and the state's governor have stressed the drones do not appear to threaten public safety. Nevertheless,
People are calling, myself, my home. It's one of those things where they are alarmed.
It's definitely something, and we're just going to be looking into it a little bit more to see if we can figure it out.
Because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen.
All right, so you're here today. You were just inside. You walked out. Why?
I walked out because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen about anything, okay? It was ridiculous. There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they say there's no credible threat. It was annoying to be there. I drove 2 hours to be here today, spent an hour in there. I got to drive 2 hours back. The biggest waste of 5 hours in my entire life.
So why do you think they called this meeting?
No idea. Why would you call a meeting to tell people you don't know anything? I have no idea. And then when the legislators would ask questions, there were no answers. Here's the most frustrating part. The colonel of the state police said that he had a helicopter of his flying above one of these drones, a 6-foot drone or something, I can't remember exactly what he said, and he felt unsafe for his helicopter, so he just let it go. Just let it go. Where'd it go? Who knows? Didn't want to follow it because you didn't feel safe. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? I mean, honestly.
Do they have any idea where these drones are originating?
No, they don't. They would. Maybe if they followed that sucker to when it landed, they would know, but they don't. This is a complete lack of effort, in my opinion, on trying to figure this out. This is not about ability. We have the technology, we have the people, we have the training, we have the resources, we have the money. It's just a lack of effort.
That we have a nearly $1 trillion budget for the Pentagon that
It's great to have you. I mean, hearing those lawmakers there, I thought one of them raised a good point. If you don't know what it is, how can you tell us what it's not? I mean, what is your take on what we've been seeing pop up over New Jersey?
First, I agree with the sentiment that if people cannot identify what they are, you're in no position to say whether they are or are not a threat. So I don't get what it means when they say, oh, don't worry about it. We don't know what it is, but don't worry about it. But I can tell you this, if I can't claim to know the motives of aliens, but just being an earthling, but of all the places to show up on Earth, they pick New Jersey? It'd be odd for me to wonder what the aliens are looking for. No offense to New Jersey. I'm just saying, there's the whole Earth they could have visited. So yeah, it's a mystery. And by the way, drones are more available to people than ever before. So maybe this is just the new normal. And Jersey's getting the first taste of it. But I'm a little disappointed that given that we have a nearly $1 trillion budget for the Pentagon, that nobody knows what these things are. Now I'm worried about national security.
One, I gotta say for the people from New Jersey who are watching that, I'm gonna get some complaints from Phil Murphy and others about that comment, saying New Jersey is a great place for Martians to visit.
Great place except for the taxes. Yeah, okay, apparently. Yeah.
I would send him to Alabama, but our football team's not doing so well this year. But honestly, on this, and your point there about the Pentagon is a good one, because we heard from John Kirby today. He used to be at the Pentagon, and he said it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. But there is such a heightened sense of public concern that what we are hearing, and this has been going on for days now, it's not making anyone feel any better about it.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a sensitivity or an awareness factor for lights in the sky, especially after a year and a half of congressional testimony of people declaring that we're being visited. So if this gets people to look up, I'll take it, right? As an astrophysicist, my sign off to my podcast is keep looking up. And if looking up means you're more aware of what's in the sky, and if that can be helpful to lawmakers, to the Pentagon, then let's keep doing it. In fact, there was a committee set up by NASA to help the Pentagon and lawmakers be a clearinghouse for people's observations of things they don't understand by using their smartphone, which has all manner of metadata related to how you use it. And so this would be an ideal case for everyone to whip out their smartphones, get data, and see what we can make of it. Friend or foe.
That's interesting because you say, keep looking up. It's good when people are involved and interested. And we have seen such a new kind of rise in engagement with science and people wanting to look things up, whether it's vaccines or what's happening in the skies. But my producer, Michael, made a good point that a lot of that, when we're seeing that, it's not just always renewed engagement. It's also being paired with a growing distrust of people like you who do what you do for a living, who back things up with data and facts and science. People don't always trust it if it doesn't confirm, their suspicions of something.
Yeah, this is a problem going forward. It's the loss of people's trust in experts. I mean, let's put it just out there in that way. And that's
Experts are now urging local authorities to invest in advanced systems to track drones and prevent unauthorized flights in sensitive areas. This incident has proven that while drones offer many benefits, they also bring challenges we're only beginning to understand. So, what do you think? Are these drones harmless, or is there something bigger at play? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates on this unfolding story. Experts are now